Hello everyone. First, I would like to thank you to all of you who have subscribed to my channel, and finally we have hit 7K subscribers. So just a huge thanks for all of those guys who have subscribed over my channel. And today I am just starting a new fresh series on YouTube regarding ethical hacking and cybersecurity, and this will be a complete series of 60 videos. Like most probably every day you might be getting two videos here, like according to my possibilities of making videos and taking the sessions. If I get some time, I will try to take at least two video a day, and for the next 30 day, this is my plan for the next 30 day, to develop a entire 60 videos regarding everything. Like I will be even covering some advanced stuffs also. So even if you are a complete beginner, you will be finding this session from a very scratch, and it will be helping you a lot in your further journey. Even if you are up to intermediate level or advanced level, this will be helpful for you also in that case also, because I will try to take everyone in a good pace, and everyone can find value from my session. That's how I will be trying to go out, try to take the session. So here is the first module, like one second. This is the first module today we are discussing. Like this is the first part of this 60 video series. So today I will be giving you a complete introduction regarding the what is ethical hacking and all roles, scopes and law. Everything I will be discussing, and I hope these videos will be little long, and I will try to not cut the videos and not take it as a short, because at least it will take 80 to 90 or 100 hours to finish this entire session, and this will be a great session. Like if you even don't know single thing regarding ethical hacking, cyber security hacking, just follow this entire session, you will be up to some level. Like I can't define the level of maturity and the level of knowledge of any guy, but yes, if you have followed the entire thing, you will be knowing something just after that. So just have some go. And again, thanks everyone for hitting 7K, and soon we will be hit 10K also. So first, whenever you start with cybersecurity, that also known as information security. So what is it? So basically, the information security refers to protecting or safeguarding information and all the data whatever available online, whatever data you store from any customer, whatever data you store from any user that is signing over your website portal or over your servers, whatever data you are collecting. Protecting the entire stuff comes under the information security, because let's assume if you any sensitive, like if any sensitive information fell into the wrong hand, they can be having like if your organization data goes into the wrong hand, it can be have a huge impact over your organization. You might be facing financial losses, brand and reputations. Let's assume you, if you are running a company like Amazon, you are running here. I'm just log into the portal. So if you, let's assume you are running this Amazon, here is some other country login address, delivery address, don't look that, but yes, let's assume if you are running this particular portal of a shopping website, and if any malicious hacker goes and compromise this portal, you all the credit card details you might be have saved onto the database. So you might have saving the usernames and locations of all the users whoever purchasing something from your particular website. And what if all this data goes to some malicious hacker? It is very bad for your company too, and he might be taking advantage of that, and a lot of bad branding and bad branding will happen to you, and your brand reputation will be also lost, and even you will be losing some customer, because customer will feel unsafe while shopping to your portal. So that's why information and security is very crucial for all of you. So basically internet, let me like right now internet is a very integral part of everyone's business and personal life. So whenever what happens online on every 60 seconds. So like when in every single 60 second, around 120 new accounts opened on a LinkedIn, more than 140 submissions on a Reddit, and all these are in just a single second. More than this much videos are viewed on a YouTube. So even right now you are on a YouTube too. So even 4 lakhs plus tweets are being sent over the multiple Twitter users. Around 56,000 plus photos are being uploaded over Instagram, and lot of social medias are also available. So all these things are just happening in only 60 seconds. So in a whole day, a lot of our data is being transferred here and there. So for protecting all this data, to safeguard all the users, whatever whoever using those social media, we know need information security and cyber security. That's why we are here discussing that. So there are few case studies like this PDF you will be also getting the class, getting after the class, like just after attending the session. I will be dropping my WhatsApp number in the description. Just contact me over there. You will be getting the PDF. So DOS attack was happened on 2016. Like yeah, at that time, user were not being able to use Twitter, Netflix, PayPal, all these websites they were not being able to use. And basically in DOS attack is a type of attack. Like let's assume your website can handle a traffic of only 1000 users per minute, and if anyone is a malicious having a malicious mindset, and he is sending around 2000 plus request in a single second or a minute, whatever is a not capability of your particular website or a server, your server might be getting down. And that's how a DOS attack works. So in this entire series we will be covering DOS also in a more detail. So this is all about the DOS, and DOS is also a very critical attack, and this was happened. So you can just refer this. And in DOS there is some concept like bootnet also. Bootnet is like a multiple devices are just being made to target only on a single device. So that comes under the bootnet attack. After that, the WannaCry ransomware attack in 2017. So basically, when you look for the ransomware is a type of a malware. Whenever it infect your device, or whenever it infect your computer or laptop, whatever you are using, you will not be able to assess your all the data. Like it is basically encrypting all the data whatever is available on your particular device. And for getting giving you the decryption key, the attacker might be asking for paying some ransom amount to them, that most probably in a crypto. So that's why that's how ransomware attacks work. So you can also look into them, and some case studies I will be dropping also. All the links you will be getting. So these are the case studies you need to do. And so let's move. Like here I have written few terminologies also that you will be facing every single day in a cybersecurity or ethical hacking. So first is the hack value. Basically hack value refers to the amount, or the amount basically whatever the amount the hacker will be gaining after getting into any system. So like if I am a hacker, no, I am not that type of hacker. If I am like let's assume you are a black hat hacker. If you are getting into credit card details, you are getting a value from there. That's why you are that value is your hack value. Even if you are participating in a bug hunting program, whatever bug bounty you receive from there, that is your hack value. And for any hack value, like sometime you are teasing your friends, you might be trying to get into their phone, and that is your hack value at that time. So this is your hack value. And before any hack begins, like whenever any hacking is going on, first of all there is a chance there might be some hack value. So after that, the new next terminology you will be facing is zero day attack. So basically an attacker that exploit the computer application vulnerabilities before the software developer have released a patch for them, or patch for that particular vulnerability. So this comes under the zero day attack. So before even creation of that releasing before so basically in a zero day attack, even before the release of a patch, the attacker is basically able to take the access of the system. So that's about the day attack. After that we are having vulnerability. So existence of any weaknesses in any particular system, and that can be targeted by any malicious person to get inside the system. That is what vulnerability is called. After that we are having exploit. So basically exploits is a breach in IT security through the vulnerabilities. Like vulnerability will give you the path to get into the system, and exploit is the tool that you use to take advantage of that particular vulnerabilities. Like exploit will allow you to download the data, upload some data, and all these activities you can only do by having some good exploits. After that, we are having some payloads also. Like payload is basically a part of an exploit code that performs an intended malicious act, like destroying the and creating the backdoors. Like even after doing some exploitation into any system, you need to gain access for a long time. Like you will not be trying to lose access in between. Like if a user is switching down their system, you will be not willing to lose your access to that particular system. So for that time, you will be needing the payload. After that, we are having bot. So basically a bot is a software application that can be controlled remotely to execute or automate the predefined tasks. So similar to that, you will be having the botnet that is used in a DOS attack. Like they are basically controlled from a hacker laptop, and they all are attacking on any particular system just by one command. So that's like bot always follows you. So even bot development we will be looking into this series. So then let's move to elements in information security. So the most critical elements in the cyber security and information security is confidentiality, integrity, and the availability. So basically, confidentiality stand for assurance that information is accessible only to the authorized person have the access of that particular information. Like if you are having the car details, like you will be not willing that someone else also know about your car details. So and integrity is basically trustworthiness of data or resources in terms of preventing improper and unauthorized changes. So that's all about the integrity. Then we are having the availability. Like you need to maintain the availability of a data for all the authorized user for a multiple time, for a long time. You need to store the data in an encrypted form or a best suitable format, so the whenever user is trying to access the data, that must be available for taking the data, or he can access the data whenever he wishes. So there are few motives and goal and object of any information security attack. Like whenever any attack happen, there is a goal, there is some method, and there is some vulnerability that is being exploited by any method, and there is some goal also. Like if anyone is trying to hack into banking server, you understand what is their goal at that time. So basically a motive originate out from the notion, like what is the target stores, what the data they are carrying, and according to that the motion begins. And from there they used to find out the method, and then they will be looking into the vulnerabilities, then they used to target that. So any hacking activities must have few motives behind them. Like so first motive might be disrupting the business continuity might be having disrupting the business continuity. Then there may be some motives like information theft, then manipulating the data. Like they might be like if there is an attack over let's assume on an Amazon protocol or Amazon portal, they will be trying to change the product's price to shop in a cheaper price. This is just an example. So that's come under the manipulating of the data, and few other examples are also available. So there can be also chances like creating a fear and chaos by disrupting the critical infrastructure. Let's assume if anyone is let's assume if any attacker is sitting in China, he has targeted India power grid system, and he has destructed a lot there. Then it can be creating a lot of a fear among the people. It will be also creating a lot of a chaos too. So that can be also the motive. There can be also motives like propagating religious or political beliefs. Like in election, you all know what type of threats and what all things happens. Some religious aspects also come into that. There can be some motives like achieving a state's military objective. Like someone can target a or in your country organization or military organizations to gain the internal information, like how they used to operate to have a better understanding during the warlike situation and all. So this can be also the motive. The other motive can be like damaging the reputation of the target. It stands for like if you are running any Amazon like website, e-commerce website, and if anyone targets you then your reputation will be damaging. Like if you are storing the data of a customer and that get leaks down, then your reputation will be wiped out, and that can be the motive for some other party, because they will be benefited from that. Like if your business is down, your competitor business is up at that time. So that can be the motive. And some other motives also, like taking revenge. So most of time, like every single day, people used to text me like, I need to hack someone WhatsApp account, Facebook account, and that is just of a revenge. So this is also a good motive of doing any attack. So let's move to what are the top information security attack vector. Whenever I am discussing information security, it's cyber security. So there can be attack vector like a cloud computing threats, insider attack can be happen. There can be bootnet, there can be mobile threat, there can be viruses and bombs based attack, there can be advanced persistence threat. So I will be coming back to all of them. So there are few categories regarding the information security threat category. So first of all, there can be threat to your network. Like whenever you are having all the networking devices, then there can be threat of information gathering of your network. Like if you are running some servers, let's assume if you are running FTP server, sorry about my wrong spellings. So let's assume if you are running FTP server, people might be targeting your FTP servers to gain access, like what are the versions you are running there, what are the services you are running there, and that can be helping them to compromise you. Or in a upcoming, then there can be some snipping and evers dropping. Like if, let's assume you are sitting here and you are sending some data over this particular server. Let's assume on this particular server you are sending data. Any attacker can might be sitting in between that, and he can just sniff all the data whatever you are transferring there, and that can be also comes into the sniffing part. He can be do some spoofing, he can be hijacking the session, and can do man in the middle attack. Session hijacking mean like you are logged into any protocol. You may be logged into, let's assume you are logged into your Instagram account, someone else is having your cookies and he has logged into the same Instagram account, and he can take access of that. So that comes under the session hijacking. After that, on your and network infrastructure, there can be some DNS and ARP poisoning can be happen. There can be some password based attack. Like if you are running, let's assume SSH protocol. If you are having SSH protocol, sorry for my mistake spellings, but if you are running, let's assume SSH protocol, and if someone is having some malicious intent there, he might be doing SSH brute force attack over your protocol to gain some SS on your network protocol. There can be denial of a service attacks also. There can be compromised key attacks. There can be firewall and IDs attack also. Like let's assume if you are protecting your infrastructure using some firewall, attacker can target your firewall to get rid of those protection, and then they can look into some other details and other critical informations of your particular website. So these are the things that can be happen. So let me minimize some of them. So there can be some host threats also. Like in a host, there can be malware attack. There can be footprinting of the host. Like attacker can try to gather all the information of any person. Then there can be password attack. Then there can be denial of service attacks. Arbitrary code execution can be happen. Unauthorized access can be happen. Privilege escalation, that is the part once you are being compromised, then backdoor SS based attack can be also happen. Then physical security threats can be also happen. So in application threat, let's assume if you are running any application over the web servers, then there can be some attacks like improper data input validation, authentication and authorization attacks, security misconfiguration. Let's assume if you have left the default password as your main password for your servers, then it is a huge misconfiguration there, and it can be also compromised. There can be some information disclosure. Also there can be some broken session management. Like if you are not handling your session well, like if you are logging to any banking protocol, most of time you will be having some whenever you look out those session for a few minutes, there is session outdated, or session logout time, session logout or session expired things happen. But if you are not maintaining that, even after login and log out, anyone can access those sessions. So this can be also happen to your particular web application, and that can be also exploited. After that, any buffer overflow issues can be happening, cryptography attacks can be happening, SQL injection, like anyone will be putting some malicious code inside your database and can try to enumerate your entire database. Improper handling and exception management can be also done. So these are the basic attacks that they are basically application based attack. Like if you are running any web server, then this type of attack you will be facing, and this also comes into the OSAP top 10. So I will be also discussing it in a more detail. So let's move into our favorite topic, is what is hacking. So basically hacking refers to exploiting the system vulnerability and compromising the security controls to gain unauthorized or inappropriate access to any system resources. So this is all about the hacking. Like whenever, even if you are an ethical hacker, your company might be willing you to target their own infrastructure to protect them. So in that case also you are basically exploiting that system. So hacking is basically exploitation. Like the things might changes as a perspective, like how much gain and how much exploitation you are doing after the attack, but it basically refers to exploiting the system, any system vulnerabilities, to check for its security. If you are checking those vulnerabilities for the security purposes, then you are a white hat hacker. If you are taking advantages of those vulnerabilities for any monetary gains, then you are a black hat hacker. So here we got the difference, and I will be discussing the differences in a more detail in upcoming sessions. So basically hacking involves modifying the system application features to achieve the goal outside the creator's original purposes. So this is the also goal of any hacking, and hacking can be used to steal the data. Hacking can be used to modify the data. It can be also led to the redistribution of intellectual properties, and can be leading a lot of a business loss. So the next topic is basically who is hacker. So intelligent individual with excellent computer skill, with the ability to create and explore into the computer software and hardware, is the person who is a hacker. Like basically the hacker is a person who knows computer very well, more than anyone else, even more than who has developed those particular software. He knows more than him also. So for any hacker, it's very much easy to get into any system if he has learned well. So that's how basically this is a malicious person. If you discuss about the hacker, he's a malicious person. He knows system well, he knows coding also, he knows vulnerabilities also, and he can compromise any system. He might be hacking, doing hacking as a hobby. He might see computer network, like they can compromise, and then will be going to compromise them. That can be also the intention. And some do hacking with a malicious intents behind their escapes, like stealing the business data, credit card information, social security numbers, email and passwords to have some monetary effect. Like whatever thing they will be doing, if they are doing it for a malicious purposes, that can be also any hacker. But we will be looking into the only bright perspectives of a hacker, like what are the changes they can be doing into the society, and what can be the good impact of their work over the society. So we will be looking into that. So these are the class of hacker. Like there is a black hat hacker, there is a white hat hacker, and is a gray hat hacker also. So we will be discussing this scenario, white hat hacker we will be discussing, and little bit of a gray hat hacker you will be becoming automatically, but we will be not looking that much into the black hat hacker. So basically the black hat hacker are individual with extraordinary computer skills, restoring to malicious destructive activities only. They always try to leak the data for their own malicious purposes. They always try to harm anyone with their skills. That comes from the black hat hacking. Then when you look for the white hat hackers, they are the individual professional hackers, having a good skills, using them for a defensive purposes, and they are basically known as a cybersecurity analyst also. Like they are trying to protect the organization infrastructure from these black hat hackers. So this is the main difference between white hat hacker and black hat hacker. So basically those who are a white hat hacker, they are trying to protect the organization. Those who are the black hat hacker, they are trying to attack the organization for their own gain. And then we are having the gray hat hacker. They are in between that. like the individual who work both as a offensive and defensive at a various time. Like let's assume if you are a white attacker, sometime you work in a black hat team, sorry, a red teaming, and sometime you work in a blue teaming. So if you are working in a both team, then you are a gray hat hacker also. Then after, we are having some suicide hacker, like the individual who aim is to bring down the critical infrastructure for cause, and they are not worrying about anything. They are like a script kiddie, you can also say them. So these are the types of suicided hackers, you can say, like a script kiddie they are basically. So let's move to some other. So there are few phases in hacking. So whenever any hacking begins, it start with recognition. Like first, any hacker will try to gain as much as information he can. So basically recognition refers to the basically preparatory phase, where any attacker seeks to gather information about the target before launching the attack, and it can be the future point to return. And these, like whatever target information is having, like target range may include the target organization, client, employees, operations, network, and system. So whatever data and whatever information, as much as information he can gather, he will trying to gather that, and that comes under the recognition phase. After that, we are having a scanning. So basically, recognition is also of a two type. One is active recognition, and then we are having passive recognition. So these are the two types of recognition. Like basically, in a passive recognition, it involves the acquiring information without directly interacting with the target, and in active recognition, you are basically involving directly with the target by any means. Like you are trying to log into their servers, checking for the weak passwords and all. If you are doing all these, then it comes into the active recognition. Then in a passive recognition, you are basically not doing all these steps. You are just looking for the data that is freely available over the internet. Then the second phase is scanning. Basically, scanning refers to the pre-attack phase, when the attacker scans the network for any specific information on the basis of information gathered during the recognition. Scanning can include use of dialers, port scanner, network mappers, ping tool. So these things can be done into the scanning phase. Attacker can extract information like what are the live machine, what are the ports open, what is the port status, what are the operating system working over there. So if attacker is looking for those type of information, that comes under the scanning phase. Then we are having gaining access. So basically, this is gaining access refers to the point where the attacker obtain access to the operating system or application on any computer need, or on a computer or any network, and the attacker can gain access to any operating system level or application level or network level. Then this phase is gaining access. After that, the attacker try to maintain the access. Basically, maintaining access refers to the phase when any attacker tries to retain his or her ownership to the system. Like if you have gain access to any system, you will not be willing to lose your access just after few minutes. So you, for that, you will be loading various payloads and payload and exploits to maintain those access. So that is the maintaining access phase. After that, we will be the next phase is covering tracks. Basically, any attacker will be basically covering track refers to the activity where all the activities carried out by any attacker to hide all the malicious. Basically, covering track refers to the activities carried out by the attacker to hide the malicious act. All the attacker intentions include continuing access to the victim system, remaining unnoticed or uncaught, deleting the evidences that might lead to his getting caught out. So if you are clearing all those things, then it comes under the clearing the track. So after that, let's move to what is ethical hacking. So basically, ethical hacking involves the use of hacking tools, tricks, and techniques to identify vulnerability, so as to ensure the system security. So it basically focus on simulating the techniques used by attacker to verify the existence of exploitable vulnerabilities in the system security. So ethical hacker basically perform security assessment to their organization with the permission of any concerned authorities. So next point is why ethical hacking is necessary. So to beat a hacker, you have to think like a hacker. So ethical hacking is very much necessary it allows you to counter attackers from malicious hacker by anticipating the method used by them to break into the system. So that's why you need ethical hacking at that time. So reason why organization recruit ethical hacker. So basically any organization used to hire the hacker to prevent gaining access to the organization security, to uncover vulnerabilities in the system, to and explore their potential at risk, to analyze the strength of the organization security posture. So if any organization is looking for all those steps, they will be trying to hire any ethical hacker. And every organization is having a lot of posting for ethical hacker. Everyone who is learning cybersecurity have a well-known career soon. So why ethical hacking is necessary? So ethical hacker, basically ethical hacker is very much necessary. Like if you are trying to protect any organization, then you will be looking for ethical hacker. If you are trying to look for all the outdated patches, like if you are running with any outdated software, if you are looking for secure them, then you will be looking ethical hacker. If you will try to avoid anyone else from gaining access over your system, then you will be looking for ethical hacker to basically tell you like your systems are not that much protected and you need to be more secure. So these of steps we need a ethical hacker. So there are few scopes and limitations for of ethical hacking also. Like scopes, when we look for scopes, ethical hacker is a crucial component of a risk assessment, auditing, counter fraud, and information system based practices. So basically ethical hacker is trying to protect you from all these steps, from frauds and all. And it uses to identify the risk, highlight like what are the vulnerabilities can be available over your system. He will try to basically protect you from any malicious activities. And there are few limitations of ethical hacking also, like unless the business first know whatever they are looking for, they are hiring outsider vendors to hack the system in the first phase. So there are few limitations of ethical hacking also, like you will be not being able to know sometime before the attack happens. So that can be also a stuff. And ethical hacker thus only help the organization to better understand their security system, but it up to the organization to place the right safeguard on the network. Like as a ethical hacker, you can just tell the organization like your system is a weak, but you can't expose them to work with that and to basically deploy those security postures. So this is the limitations of a ethical hacker. So let's move to what are the skills you need as a ethical hacker. So when you look for the technical skills, as a technical skill, you just need to have a depth knowledge of Unix, Linux, or some other operating system. Like you also need to have a great understanding of a Windows, PowerShell, how they used to work. And Linux must be like when you look for the Linux, you must be knowing Kali Linux like operating system. Any penetration testing distro is okay. Like even Black Arch Linux or Apparatus will be great. As a ethical hacker, you must have a great depth knowledge of networking concepts, like how network used to work, what are the network technologies, what are the ports, what are the services running there, how network used to interact with each other, what are the software that is being used over the networks, what are the network policies. So all these stuffs you need to have a great understanding of them. Then as a ethical hacker, you should be a very much you should be a good computer expert, accepting all the technical domains. Even you must have some ideas regarding the web development and all. He also have a knowledge in a security related issues, and he also having a very technical knowledge to launch some sophisticated attacks. So these are the basic requirement for an ethical hacker. And when you look for some non-technical skills, so ethical hacker must have the ability to learn very much quickly, because technologies changes in some time. He must have the strong work ethics, because just by seeing money you don't need to be diverted. He must be committed to the organization security policies, and he also have to be very much aware of local standards and laws, so he will be not breaking any law in the future. So there is some physical securities also. Like physical security basically involves the protection of organization assets from the environmental and man-made threats. So why physical security? So to prevent any unauthorized access to the system resources, you need to have a physical security. So for that purposes, even for any server room, there might have some security policies there. These are, you need to protect your servers physically also, to protect the personal, prevent social engineer attacks, like anyone can put some malicious key pen drives also to USBs to get access to them. So for protecting you from all these access, you need to have some physical securities also. There can be some man-made threats also, like terrorism. If there is any terrorist attack over a Facebook server, uh, you will be not being able to use. There can be some war between two companies and one missile hit over WhatsApp server. Next day that is going down. So these are the stuffs can be happening. Okay, so that's all for this session. I hope you all have cleared what is ethical hacking and what are the things behind it. And from today, like I hope you all are done with what is ethical hacking and all. And the next session, like the next video will be on setting up the hacking lab, VirtualBox, Kali Linux, or Paratos. I will be telling you how to install them, and then we will be looking into some Linux basics for ethical hacker and commands file. So that's how this series will be going, and I will try my best to finish this as soon as possible, so everyone get some good understanding and get understanding regarding the ethical hacking and cybersecurity. So that's all for today. Bye everyone, and I will be like those who just I will be dropping WhatsApp group even in a description. So just join that. You will be getting this PPT over there. And if you have not subscribed it, just come here, subscribe, and next day you will be getting few